Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who do rule well and teach this truth with all honesty and sincerity. Salutations to you, brothers around the four corners of the earth that push this truth with all honesty and sincerity. With great diligence, wake up the hopeful elect of Israel. Double shalom to you, Akim, that come looking like the heathen, but you are in fact of the stock of Israel, and you hold near and dear this truth and follow the laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of your abilities, wherever you may be scattered. Shalom to the few sincere Akwathium that listen and learn in silence, playing a creation role, which is in all subjection, reverencing your husbands, being his pillar of rest. It's your brother Azar from GSM St. Louis. And I came across this video of this fake woman pastor talking about if you going 50-50 with a woman, then you half of a man. But when has a man done everything in the household? A woman had her role in the relationship. That's what the Lord created her for, to be an helpmeet. What is that? To help a man meet the ends to life, man. You know, where was a woman before she gets married? At her father's house, doing chores, having responsibilities around his house. So now all of a sudden, these women are trying to gaslight men because they're lazy. That's really the gist of it. They're lazy. They expect everything and just to do nothing. Absolutely nothing. Not to mention in the times, because they always bring up, oh, my granddaddy this and my grandmama never had to pay anything. And times were different. The dollar amount could go further. And that's, Esau Edom's system, man. The inflation. You have to be a fool to think that a man is less of a man if if he asks a woman to go 50-50. That's just common sense, because you'll do 100% by yourself, which men do it, no problem, no problem. But if these times are economically hard, man. You know, back then women weren't allowed to be in the workforce, so yeah, everything was on the man. Which a woman is supposed to be a keeper of the house. But now you have Esau Edom, who has gave women liberty, and they make money. And what do these women do? They turn and say the man is nothing because another man has given them liberty to do the things that they want. The woman, majority of these women, 95% of them, don't get their money and bring it to their household and build up their household with it. No, they see that as a exit out to say, I don't need a man. I'm gonna play a little bit of this and grab some precepts, and Lord willing, you be edified.
Yeah. I wonder why. The women supposed to be birthing children and go to pain and go to ministry. We can't handle that. We can't. Oh, we can't.
She acting like she said something. She's acting like she said something that was so profound. This is why women are not supposed to even be speaking in the church houses, man. It's all gaslighting. They say things and trendy things in order to get what they want. But how many of these women are going to be begging to go 50-50 when all hell breaks loose in this country, which is right around the corner? See, you women are being set up. You see, you're in a trick bag. You doing all you got a track record of saying to hell with the man, a man that ain't this and he ain't shit that. If he don't have this means and this sort of status or income, then he is nothing. If he requires a woman to do certain things, he's less than a man. But you will struggle on your own. You'll pay 100% of your rent on your own. You'll complain about that. These women are in for a rude awakening, man. They're in for a rude awakening. Just like the serpent beguiled Eve, Esau Edom is beguiling Eve again. And a lot of these women are falling for it because in these end times, you're going to see just how much you do need a man. Isaiah 4:1 was written for a reason, and we'll get into that. Let me go to these precepts. I'll go to start at Genesis chapter 2 and verse 18. And the Lord Yahweh said that it is not good that man should be alone. I will make him an helpmeet. And I'll read that in the NLT. Then the Lord Yahweh said, it is not good for man to be alone. I will make a helper who is just right for him. You see? And the Lord created the woman to serve the man. You see, the Lord didn't make the woman and then make the man to serve her. So yes, a woman's job is to help and aid her man in what things that need to be done. And in these times, hell, everybody gotta damn have a job. If you want a roof over your head, if you want to eat, that's just common sense. Let's go to chapter 3. If my internet will cooperate. Um, Verse 4. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die, for Yahweh doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. Same thing today. What is Esau Edom, that same serpent, telling these women? You don't need a man. You can get your own job. You can make your own money. If you going 50-50 with a man, he's nothing. But it's all a setup, man. You see? It's all a setup. Let me jump down to the judgment. And this is verse 13. And the Lord Yahweh said unto the woman, what is that thou hast done? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. And the Lord Yahweh said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly thou shalt go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed, the Edomites and the Israelites, man. It's enmity between those two race of people. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Verse 16, unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. And in sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. You see, the woman, this woman, call herself being a pastor, brought this out and not even understanding what it means. Yes, the Eve was cursed for the transgression that she had done, and she brought death into the world. Verse 16 in NLT. Then he said unto the woman, I will sharpen the pain of your pregnancy, and in pain you will give birth, and you will desire to control your husband, but he will rule over you. And see this, oh, if you go 50-50, you less than a man, you half a man. That's her desire to try to control you. That's the gaslighting to get what she wants. And it's to just be lazy. And to the man he said, since you listened to your wife and ate from the tree whose fruit I commanded you not to eat, the ground is cursed because of you. All your life will you struggle to scratch a living from it. It will grow thorns and thistles for you, though you will eat of its grains. By the sweat of your brow will you have food to eat until you return to the ground from which you were made. See, man was meant to be immortal, and through Eve's sin, she brought death into the world, and Adam was cursed because he listened to her. The Lord said, "I put you in charge of her. What you listening to her for? That simp behavior." So, okay, let me go to the book of First Corinthians 14 and verse 32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. So that means there ain't no woman prophet coming up ordained by the Heavenly Father, man, because all the prophets of old were men. The woman calling herself a pastor, a prophet, a apostle, all this, she's full of shit. You have your role, you have your lot, which is to be a helpmeet unto a man. For Yahweh is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. Let your women keep silence in the churches. She's in direct violation of the law. She got her pants on, prancing up around like she doing something. You're offending the law, which women love to do. Women love wickedness, man. For it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also said the law. You see? And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for women to speak in the church. So who's telling you women that it's okay for you to get up and get a microphone and open your damn mouth in the congregation, call yourself giving sermons and preaching and teaching the scriptures? You in direct violation. If any man think himself, verse 37, if any man think himself to be a prophet or spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things that I write unto you are commandments of the Lord. You see? So she's transgressing the commandment. Verse 40, let all things be done decently and in order. And this is not in order. A woman up in the pulpit calling herself preaching or trying to break down scriptures. Your role is to teach the younger women how to be wives and to love their husbands, says the scriptures. But women love to try to compete and do the things that men are designed to do. What happens when you use a tool or vessel for a thing that is not designed to do? It can break. It can just it can cause chaos, as you see. That's not your role. You're a vessel that's not supposed to be in these churches speaking, man. Which the Lord is not dealing with these churches anyway, man. Scriptures call them whorehouses because they lead our people to worship false images, false gods, man. Let's go to the book of First Timothy, chapter 2, and verse 9. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array. And this woman got on pants, man. But which becoming women professing godliness with good works. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. You see? You women are in for a rude awakening, man. And when the scriptures say you're gonna be saved, what? For childbearing. You going 50-50 on the baby. But you're not complaining about that because you could use that child as a tool to usurp authority over a man. See, you women you women are in for a rude awakening, man. I can't say that enough. Claim to be in the scriptures, but you not even seeing where you going off at. Let's go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 14 and verse 1. Every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish plucketh it down with her hands. You see, a wise woman, if you have if okay, using her brain, times change. Okay, the man, majority of men um are paid a wage that they're able to, do enough, do little to get themselves by. You women have been given liberty to join these workforces and make money. And what do? You pluck your house down with it. You don't take that and build your house and help your spouse. You take that and use that as a excuse to say, well, I don't need you now, I can make my own money, until times get hard, or until you run into a problem that a man has to fix. You see. Let's go to the ninth chapter in verse 13. And it reads, a foolish woman is clamorous, she is simple and knoweth nothing. You see. And this woman is foolish, man. She just doing a whole bunch of talking, and it makes no sense. She don't know a damn thing. And that's why you're supposed to be silent. Lord, not you're not called to do that. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 16. And it reads, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. And Esau Edom has turned the world upside down, has made everything backwards, giving women liberty, and set them up over the man. This is backwards, man. Here it is, he's giving women liberty to jump rod to rod, to sacrifice their children. And here it is, the natural order of men dealing with women, men having multiple wives and building wealth and the empire through having children, multiplying. That's illegal. But it's not illegal for a woman to bounce her ass around from man to man, which causes what? Confusion and chaos. And we just read the Lord is not the author of confusion. The adversary is. And they esteemed it like it's like the Lord has fashioned it that way. But you don't understand. You in for a surprise, man. Let's go to Jeremiah 31 and verse 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. And we see that, a woman is elevated high above the man. A woman has no accountability. A woman gets her way in this society. When that's not the way it's supposed to be in a righteous society. You see? And look at the fruits of this way. Look at the fruits of this way. When you liberate the woman, she can do whatever she want to do. Kids are destroyed. She destroys herself. Men are displaced and often times get destroyed by these women. The children don't like the father because he's coming with some authority and righteousness and telling them right, guiding them right. but it's too harsh to hear the truth. Let's go to the book of Romans. It's Romans 1 and this is Romans 1 and 26. For this cause Yahweh gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. You got lesbianism, you got whoredom, you got women being in authority, you have women calling themselves pastors. All this stuff is against nature because a woman was meant to be a keeper of the house. But what if he got them out in the workforce, going every place on they during the time of their menstruation? They not put away in the time of their purification, so they all everywhere, defiling places where they go, sitting on things. The ancient times, women were outside of the congregation. They had a place where they would go till their period is done, because blood defileth. But this man has ran this place in total opposition of the scriptures, man. And now these women think that that's the right way. You know, they think that this is the way to be, and they'll have the scriptures in their hand and don't read to comprehend anything, thinking they on some type of level. No 50-50. Okay, so then tell me, why was Isaiah 4 and 1 written? This is Isaiah 4 and 1. And in that day, what day? When the time of all hell is breaking loose, man. 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. You see? Let me read that in the NLT. In that day, so few men will be left that 7 women will fight for each man, saying, let us all marry you. We will provide our own food and clothing. You see? So in these upcoming times, women ain't gonna be trying to talk shit about a man for going 50-50 with him. They gonna say, we'll take her our own self. Just let us be up under you to take away our shame. Women ain't gonna be caring about, oh, you got this woman, that woman. They're gonna be trying to be up under you for safety. They ain't gonna be want to be left out. But that's the pride of these women. They don't see it coming. You see, they don't see it coming, but it's coming for sure. It's written. To go to the book of Proverbs 31, and matter of fact, I'll just read it. Proverbs 31 and 3. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. You see? The scriptures advising you not to give your strength to women. What? Letting a woman lay up on you and she do nothing. Cause that's what these women are after. They after your substance, man. They after your seed and after your substance. Cause what? If they get either or, they can sit back and do nothing. Not all women have this mindset, but a vast majority of them do. Um, go down to verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband does safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. Let me read this in the NLT. Verse 10. Who can find a virtuous and capable wife? She is more precious than rubies. Her husband can trust her, and she will greatly enrich his life. You see? Doing the things that he needs to be done. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. She finds wool and flax and busily spins it. She's occupying herself in productive things that's going to further the family, that's going to help sustain the family. She is like a merchant ship bringing her food from afar. She gets up before dawn to prepare breakfast for her household and plan the day's work for her servant girls. Right, these are her handmaidens, which oftentimes will be her husband other wives, or her husband concubines, but they may be she may be the magistrate, or in charge of them. She goes to inspect a field and buys it. With her earnings, she plants a vineyard. She is energetic and strong, a hard worker. You see, she's not complaining about, oh, I shouldn't have to do this. I shouldn't have to go 50-50. She makes sure her dealings are profitable. Her lamp burns late into the night. Her hands are busy spinning thread, her fingers twisting fiber. She extends a helping hand to the poor and opens her arms to the needy. She has no fear of winter for her household, for everyone has warm clothes. See? Back then, women made clothes, man. They baked bread, they made clothes. They did things that could earn them money. And what? For the household. She makes her own bedspreads. She dresses in fine linen and purple gowns. Her husband is well known at the city gates, where he sits with the other civic leaders. She makes belted linen garments and sashes to sell to the merchants. And what that's going to do, help her household grow, help her household be sustained. She is clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. When she speaks, her words are wise, and she gives instruction with kindness. She carefully watches everything in her household and suffers nothing from laziness. Her children stand and bless her. Her husband praises her. There are many virtuous and capable women in the world, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive and beauty does not last, but a woman who fears the Lord will be greatly praised. Reward her for all she has done. Let her deeds publicly declare her praise. You see, and all these women love to claim, oh, I'm a Proverb 31 woman. But you got a problem with doing the things that's in Proverb 31. And you gonna suffer in these upcoming times with that mindset, man. Um, Let me go to the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus. 25 and I'll start at 23. A wicked woman abated the courage, maketh an heavy countenance and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. Man loses job, and what she got to say? Oh, you less than a man if you think I'm finna help you. Oh, you need me to go 50-50? You a bum. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. So what gives you women the right to even think that you is on some type of level, man? You brought death into the world. Act your creation role, which is a helpmeet. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. And that's what Esau Edom has done. Gave them liberty to gad abroad. That's why so many episodes of Maury and Jerry Springer looking for the baby daddy. Scripture tell you that she will open her quiver to every arrow in the next chapter 26. I won't get it, but verse 26. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh, and it don't lie with her no more, and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. Because hey, the times is coming where ain't no playing around with these women, man. Ain't no entertaining these lazy ass women that just want everything for nothing. Won't cook and clean. Won't even do that for themselves or their children. Lazy. But they gonna be in for a rude awakening, man. Hope this been an edifying lesson. I'm gonna say Kwam Yasharala, Shalom, and a Bible Ball.